Hello guys, we are with a friendly visit to ICON office, and we have Amy from ICON to tell us about the latest updates, latest news. So hello Amy, could you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm in charge of the general ecosystem building of ICON projects. So I'm talking to a lot of projects that are out there globally who wants to work with ICON, and I'm also reaching out to the community owners to let them foster our ICON community as well.
Amy, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you, because I think in ICODROPS community, ICON was really the project that changed the environment of ICO ecosystem. This was the first project with such a large team, and we've been following it from the scratch. And I think that ICON is really showing some great success and updates. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your team, what you're working for right now, what are your plans?
So I think ICON project, one of the things that differentiates ICON projects from other projects out there is our track record with some of the reputable enterprises in South Korea. So we have about 100 people here based in South Korea, and most of the teams are working with those enterprise projects actually. 60 people are engineers, and like I said, about 40 people is working on the enterprise blockchain projects, and we have about 40 people working on business projects, and most of them are also developing the domestic business sides. And for me, we have about three to four people working on global business development, like myself. And we also have a team of 6 people based in San Francisco with one of our co-founders, Min. And we recently just founded a Japanese office which can focus more on Japanese business sides. We have about one person there, and we're also trying to expand more globally in China, Southeast Asia, and of course, if there's any opportunity, to other continents as well. A huge part of our focus is in domestic market. We are trying to recruit people who are based in South Korea, but of course we're expanding globally. So in a community-wise, we are of course looking for those who speaks English fluently and has a background in possibly ideally computer engineering, who can help us support our engine, contribute their computer programming knowledge to our blockchain engine, and on the other side, contribute to our community development, expanding to other regional regions where there's a blockchain community to hold more meetups, or just build out a firm base for ICON community.
We've been to office and we've seen a lot of people working hard. Unfortunately, to ICON's internal procedures, we are not allowed to film there in the office territory.
This is also part of our office as well.
Yeah, I mean the working territory, yeah. And speaking about the business development, that's what you are involved into. And so could you please share your plans for the near future? Are you going to establish more connections with real business, and how are you going to do this?
So I guess we had some of partnership announced for the past few months, and the major ones include one of those with Samsung Pest, where they will be adopting Chain ID, which is developed by us, which can issue a certificate for online banking based on blockchain's our smart contract platform. And another one includes a partnership with Line and also Smilegate, where Loopchain will be the basis of their public blockchain platform. And we'll continue to partner up with these kind of big enterprises, whether in areas whether we provide our technology in blockchain, or help them in a more general sense of consultancy in token economy, or public blockchain platform in general. I think ICON is a project that we are trying to build a interchain between isolated and independent blockchain networks. So the first step will be, in the short term, we're trying to build these kind of different blockchain networks that exist by themselves, whether it's an enterprise one or a Grave DApp projects. That will be our first step in the short term, but maybe for next year or in a couple of years that's coming, we're trying to build a protocol layer that will eventually connect these different blockchains with each other, so that this ecosystem, blockchain ecosystem, can really expand naturally beyond their siloed network.
Thank you. I think that ICON is one of the is in the short list of projects that are really building something and showing the development progress. What do you think about current market situation when the community really tired of these long roadmaps and not working solutions? And when do you think we'll see some changes in the crypto world in terms of the working projects and dApps?
I know that this is the market situation is not good right now. It's not that good, and a lot of community members are getting tired of the situation compared to last year's situation, where all the hypes and all the prices were growing, and there were a lot of hype. And I think it's a natural process where the market comes down, since the last year's situation was really not that reasonable, I think, since blockchain space is still an early stage, and we haven't seen a huge progress in realization of the technology behind it. So, and there's no real product out there yet. So I think we should be a little bit more patient about the progress of all the huge projects out there. I'm sure they are working hard, just like ICON, to deliver real product out there to the users, or to their clients. So I'm really grateful that ICODROPS reached out to us to know more about us and spread our words to Russian community. And I'm really grateful that our communities still want to hear the stories of us. And I think our team should also work harder to do some marketing, of course, and try to show them like what we are doing, how hard we are working right now. But in essence, we think that we should focus more on delivering our product, and that's what our main focus is. So I think this year will be the main point where those who don't have an capability to deliver product will fail, or will be left out, and those who has a real team and real resource, real execution ability will survive to build a more healthier ecosystem in the next year. And I think we should really just see a long-term progress out here, rather than just see the price which is coming up and down, since there's no real thing showed up yet.
So could you please tell a little bit about how you're going to develop ICON ecosystem? What's your strategy? What is your strategy towards projects you invest in?
Okay, so as a platform blockchain, we're trying to let the communities and developers out there know that ICON exists, and we are soon going to open up our platform completely so that those developers can freely develop their projects on top of ICON, just like other platform blockchain like Ethereum or Neo or EOS. And to be able to let those developers know, we're going to open up some regional, local computer engineering institution. We are talking to them, few of them in Southeast Asia, for example, Singapore or Vietnam or Taiwan and China, so that first of all we can educate those developers to learn how to code smart contract and learn how to code on top of ICON, besides other blockchain as well. And I think this is our first step first strategy regarding expanding the user base or developer base of ICON projects. So we're doing some general educations and talking to accelerators, incubators in those regional bases who knows those blockchain startups or any kind of early stage startups really well, to get stores or getting some deal pipelines that could come into our platform ecosystem.
You are now establishing different offices in different countries. What problems do you usually face?
Depending on the region. For example, in Korea, the government is really friendly towards blockchain development as a technology itself. So a lot of our projects are funded directly by the government to see some innovation coming out of this blockchain space. But on the other hand, on the crypto side, there was this ICO ban in last year announced by Korean government, but that didn't really stop blockchain projects to coming out of Korea, since most of the blockchain projects are founded in other countries, but the government haven't really made a legislation out of that yet, and so they are not like legally banning this ICO, and there's a lot of news coming out these days that the government's gonna change their position and be more friendly towards crypto sites as well. So they are trying to formally recognize those crypto exchanges as a formal industry, to categorize them as a separate industry. So I think that's a really friendly move in South Korea. And in case of US, I think our team is working hard with other accelerators based in Silicon Valley as well, and the development environment there is really friendly. So I think there are a lot of potential in the future rather than some problems that we are facing yet. And in case of Japan, as we have announced our partnership with B Cryptos, which is one of the first crypto funds that is officially recognized by Japanese government, and we are a partner with this B Crypto, so I think we're quite friendly towards the government regulation in Japan as well. And we're trying to work with those regional partners that are close with government and abiding to government regulations in other regions as well.
So Amy, and could you please share your personal experience with ICON? How did you decide to join the team, and do you have maybe some internal special atmosphere, special jokes, like something special about ICON?
I was one of the earliest members of ICON project, so I was there since last year's ICO, and we're really expanding really fast. And last year when we did an ICO, we had a team of under 20. And about 10 plus people in ICON. And earlier this year when we had the annual summit, it was about 40 people, and now we have 100 people. And now, since we are working in kind of a co-working space, last year I knew everybody from our office, but now when somebody walks by, I just don't know if he is working for ICON or other companies. So yeah, that's kind of strange and weird for me, but I'm kind of happy that how fast our team is growing. Yeah.
Some words to our community. Maybe you can wish something, and we really appreciate the chance to speak with you, because ICON is a very interesting project for us.
I think community is really important, one of the key factor of the success of a platform or a public blockchain project like us. And we really appreciate those contributions or comments or feedbacks coming out of our community, since we truly believe the token network effect of a token for a public blockchain. And soon we're going to open up our platform to the general users. Now we have some issues regarding the enterprise contractual relationship, because we're based on the same blockchain engine, but we're soon going to figure out that and open our mainnet 2.0. So I wish our community will patiently wait for us and give us some more feedbacks when the platform is really open, and give us some more contributions. Since most of our team is based in South Korea, we really need some international users to give us some feedbacks, whether in English or any other languages, since we're trying to expand more globally. And we welcome anyone who wants to join our team, regardless of where he or she is based. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.